I guess it depends on the game.
That's a game-time decision.
Right,
yes.
but if you're down, like, you got so much firepower on that bench.
You have to be
Problem
You have to be careful with that firepower
Why?
on that bench. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're forgetting about when you attack, how to defend. This is a World Cup, and one moment, one instant, one lapse of judgment, right back down your throat. So you have to be very careful. Giovanni Reyna is one of the most talented players, the highest seen the U.S. men's national team have. And he's also, in my eyes, in this game, a break in case of emergency, break glass in case of emergency type of player. But you want that talent on the field.
All right, so the big decisions, obviously, your striker, your center back, you've gone with Ream. But Weston McKennie is starting for you. It's just such an important piece of this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he's contagious.
Yeah. When you said Walker Zimmerman was your most likely to score, I actually think it's Weston McKennie.
Could be, because his track record has shown it.
Big,
in World
not
Cup
just
qualifying,
set pieces, but big moments, right?
Big moments, big goals. You saw it in World Cup qualifying, goal against Mexico. You saw it in the CONCACAF Nations League final, goal against Mexico. He's of that cloth. He's got that air for the dramatic in him. He's that type of gamer. He's a player that is multifaceted in the way he can be dangerous for you in front of goal. Set pieces, arriving late from the box, contagious work rate, good on the ball. The type of player that can hold other players accountable without even saying a word.
Right.
Because you see him. It's contagious.
One more thing here. I think we have to address Tim Ream being in your starting lineup specifically. It's a guy you have hammered and thought kind of wasn't ready for this. My, how the tables have turned. You want to do a mea culpa to Tim Ream?
The turntables.
The turns have tabled.
Yes. No mea culpa. You always say something that's very true. Circumstances change. Opinions change. Given that Miles Robinson, not in this World Cup. Given that Chris Richards, not in this World Cup.
You can't just say he's here because other guys aren't, because of
well,
default.
he is. He is here because other guys aren't.
But playing in the Premier League, playing next to Anthony Robinson, those are critical factors.
I'm giving him his flowers. But he is here because other guys aren't, and that's okay. That is an okay thing. Who cares how you get to the World Cup? As long as you get to the World Cup. I got to the World Cup because Charlie Davies had an unfortunate incident, because because Brian Ching didn't make the team, because Eddie Johnson didn't make the team, because Connor Casey, who helped the U.S. men's national team, didn't make the team. I made the team. I didn't care.
Right.
He won't care. He's here. 35 years, 35 or 36, 35, 36 years of age. He's the best center back at playing out of the back. And he happens to have a very solid relationship with Anthony Robinson on the left-hand side. It just makes sense because you almost feel like they will have more of the ball than Wells. I mean, that's the feeling we're getting. They'll have a lion's share of that ball. Well, you want somebody who's going to be able to take care of that ball, who's good with the ball at his feet. That's Tim Ream.
Yeah. Not only is he good with his feet, but he has critically that left-footed center back, right, which allows you to kind of build up in a different way.
Who was a left-footed center back for the U.S. men's national team? Back in the day?
Back in the day is a long time. Who are you thinking
Greg Berhalter.
There it is. Okay.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.